everyone, it's Chelsea and I am back with another video. If you all could see my table right now, it is covered in everything makeup pretty much. So I'm just gonna dig through my stuff here. I'm gonna be trying out a lot of stuff I haven't tried before, but the main thing that I am looking to try is the new Urban Decay makeup palette called Heat. I got this in a flash sale from Mecca and I got it 2 days ago. It arrived on Thursday. So they had overnight shipping because it was over $75. It was actually $83 Australian. And I got 3 samples, but I can't find where they are and they were just little packets. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take some of my simple micellar water and a cotton pad, and this is going to spill all over me. Yep, already got a big drop on me. What I'm going to do is just cleanse my face. And it's really good as well because, as you can see, it's picked up a lot. I like to cleanse all over my face and my neck because I do put my foundation on my neck. But I am going to be trying a new foundation as well, one that you guys haven't seen. I can just grab my brush. Use this one. So I'm going to be trying something I got from the Body Shop, 2 products from the Body Shop. And this is called Chelsea. It's the lightest shade that they have, but I'm also using the lightening cream as well. Because funny thing is, this is actually too light for my skin. So the product that I share the same name with is still too light for me. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of drops on my hand. Then, probably should have unscrewed the lightening cream before I did this. I'm just going to I'll do 2 drops. And this is really good because when I do this, it actually matches my skin tone a lot more. I'm just going to rub it in. And that is what it looks like when it is all rubbed in. So I've got my little compact here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my new brushes. It's just a simple little foundation brush from BYS. And I am just going to start buffing it into my skin. And here is my completed foundation look. So it is really nice. It's a nice natural kind of color when I use the lightning cream with it. It's not too dark, which is good. I'm just going to wipe off the huge amount of excess from my palm. That's all good. Good thing is that's still wet, so that's fine. So what I'm going to do, take those over there and not spill anything. Okay, so all I'm going to do, take it out of the beautiful box packaging and show you guys the even more beautiful packaging. I love how this palette looks, and I love all the colors. So if you can see it, there it is right there. It has some really beautiful colors in there. So I'm going to show you all the shades. And I haven't used the brush, I haven't taken it out. I haven't used any of the shades. So as you can see, it's beautiful. It has a lot, like you've obviously got the lighter colors that are there. Some slightly darker ones. These are more transitional shades. You have a lot of colors along this bit that are similar. They are very similar pinkish, brownish kind of looks. And then you've got the three obviously dark shades there. I'll take the brush out. As you can see, it is a double-ended brush. So you've got the bigger, fluffier side that's used for blending. And then you've got this smaller one here, which is obviously going to be used for more in and outer corners, as well as you want to get more of a precise look. So I am going to start with Chaser. I'm going to be putting this all along my lid. Now, as you can see, I also have really small eyes, and I don't have a defined sort of look to my eyes. It's really just a lot of, you know, I've got just pretty much, you can see my lid and then that top bit. So I'm going to define, I'm going to try and define my eye. I don't usually wear eye makeup, so this could go very good or very, very bad, depending. But we'll just see. So I'm just going to take Chaser, just here. And I am just going to just lightly just pat it on. And this is already a very nice looking shade. Don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's subtle as a base, but it's very, very nice. This also has sort of a brownish kind of undertone to it as well. So I'm guessing this is more just or more orangey brown, but it's got a lot of those base colors in there, and I guess it's, you know, it's called heat, so I guess it's going to. So there is Chaser on my lids. I actually really like this color. It's a very, very nice, warm kind of color, and it's not so subtle that you can't see it, but it's looking very good as my base right now. I'm very impressed. I should also mention this is the first Urban Decay palette I've ever had, so I think I picked a good one. Next, I'm going to go in with Sourced. Just going to get very small-ish amount. I am just going to go in softly into my crease. And this is a very sort of reddish kind of color. It's blending upwards very, very nicely. Which is one thing that you've always got to love about these kind of shades. And it doesn't feel too heavy either. Just something I really like. It's a very light kind of feeling to it. Just gonna take a little bit more of that. Start going upwards. I'm really just gonna stop sort of at the edge of my eye. Not go too far. And there is how Sourced looks. It's really nice. I'm pleasantly surprised. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the other end of my brush. I seem to have used both sides. I'm going to go in with Chaser. Just a little bit. Just dab it back onto my eye. So that's definitely warmed it up a little bit. Let me just make sure that those are well defined there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with He Devil, and I'm just going to get just this very small amount, just put it on the outer third of my eyelid. I'm just patting it down. I'm going to sort of go a little bit out of my corner. I'm going to put this more towards the corner of my eye. Just going to grab some Sourced again. Just make sure that that's blended nicely together. And that is what it looks like with heat. I've also reapplied some of the Scorch as well, so it is a little bit darker up the top This is definitely a more sort of dramatic look, and I've also just moved some of the He Devil that was under my that was at the corner, and just moved it, sort of transitioned it lightly underneath both of my eyes, just to sort of round it out a little bit. Now I'm going to take I'm going to take a little bit of Scorch and just put that lightly into the inner corner of my eye. And there is my eye look with Chaser, Sourced, He Devil, and Scorch. As you can see, I only put it a little bit into the corner of my eye, just to sort of deepen it just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of go in lightly with Sourced again. Just make sure that everything is nice and blended all around. But I do like how these really look. They look very, very beautiful. All of these colors, they're very, very nice to put on. They feel very, very light. Doesn't feel like there's too much fallout on these either, which is good. Some of the Chaser shade to the center. And there we go. There is my eye look done. I did use the pencil that came with it too, as you guys would have seen. I don't have anything else from the range, unfortunately. This was all I got. But I am now going to go with my lipstick, a little bit of mascara, all of that. So I will be back when I've finished everything on here. Ta-da! This is my full makeup look. I did my eyebrows, put a tiny bit of blush on my cheeks, did mascara, and obviously just a little bit of lipstick. I think all up, this is actually going to be a fantastic palette just to play around with. Obviously, I only used like 4 shades. I went in with Ounce and just did it on my brow bone, just because I realized that was something I forgot to do. But I hope you all enjoyed. This palette is going to be so much fun to play with. Like I said, it's beautiful. It's got a lot of base colors, which is really good. A lot of palettes you get like these are really pigmented. These ones you can build up and work with. They still have a lot of pigment in them, but you can build them up very easily. They blend very, very well as well. Chaser especially is a really good color to use if you want to use it as a base, or Scorch if you want to use it as a transition color like what I did. This palette is incredible. I know it's had a lot of mixed reviews, but some people like the shades, some people don't. It's going to happen with anything, but I definitely feel like this is one that I will use a lot. As I said, $83 Australian for me. I got it through Mecca on a midnight sale. I don't know if they're still selling it now. I don't know if this was a pre-release just for a certain amount of customers. It was limited to one per person, so it might be. But I'll check that out and put it in the video somewhere around this point or in the description below so you guys can check it out for yourselves. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give this video a very big thumbs up. Comment down below on what else I should try. There are obviously a lot of products in the market like this, high end and all of that, which you can get from like Sephora, Ulta, Mecca, places like that. Even something like Maya sells this kind of stuff, like more high-end stuff. So definitely let me know what I should check out next. Let me know if you guys have this palette and if you've done a look similar to me or something different. I was actually just before this video just looking at different ways to use this palette, and this was one that I really liked. So check all of those out. There are some amazing girls and guys on here on YouTube that are doing some fantastic things with this palette right here. Subscribe, share the video around, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.